Hello guys, MikuChibi here. Welcome back to Sword Art in the Factor, and today we're gonna talk about the 6th Goddesses Descend Underworld Order. Now, this page, this is from May, but this week we are getting this banner again. It's a returning banner. So for this video, I will talk about if this banner worth to summon or not. So this is gonna be pre-recorded. Once this banner is out, the rerun banner, this video will also be out. Pretty good time to discuss if this banner is still worth to summon or not. Now, you can see short about the banner itself. It's a step-up banner with 5 steps, where step 1 you have 50% off, step 2 and 4 regular price, step 3 a random guaranteed 4-star, and step 5 you are guaranteed to get one of these returning 4-star skill record. As the total cost of this banner will be really expensive, 11,250 Arcana gem. So if you have saved enough, that's good. Now, if we look on the skills itself, we have Hammer of the Fairy Dust Lisbeth is a connect mace skill. 1870% damage in the target. It has the Stigma debuff, which is amazing debuff. Increased damage taken by the enemy for 50 seconds, 5 stacks, and if you maximize it, it will go up to 49.5, which is really good. Also, the Connect Chain, it has really good buff. A boost 10, 20, 30 to your own switch gate when hitting with skills, that's good. And when equipped with 2 more Silica skill in the same set, recover 4, 12, 20 HP when this skill directly hits. Amazing, really good, and only costs 24 SP, has low cool time. So this skill is still pretty good till this day. It can be really useful. And let's say you do have Stigma Maze on your other skills and you combine it with this, you'll add more Stigma buff, which is amazing. So this skill is still really useful as being a support, or if you want to give it to Kara, it also works well, but Kara can't use Connect, so she will only doing the Stigma debuff, not receiving this Connect Chain here. Tuesday, after what, how many is it? 6 months. After 6 months, this skill is still pretty good. Next one, Raging Storm Silica. So this is a dagger burst skill, and it's a wind focus element. The effect, 2000%, 10% damage, weakness slash element weakness 25% for 8 seconds, and wind element damage plus 9 for 15 seconds. And for the burst, you will deal 4,740, and it gives you plus 1,500 against enemy with a blunt element, basically those that are weak to slash, and 100% attack against enemy with a start element, and of these poison, burn, bleed, frostbite. Still a really strong burst skill for dagger. Now the issue is that when it comes to content, when you're farming, Chaos Showdown, the only thing you can use this skill is probably the Samurai, because it's weak to slash and wind. But since you can do it in a party, everyone can farm easily together, and most of the people have been rerolling for Sword, so Sword is more dominating, and this one pretty much useless. And if you look into a higher level in KO Showdown, there's no boss that is weak to slash and wind, so this skill is pretty much useless. For floor, we do have chapter 2 floor 83 when you fight the Kraken, or the tentacle thing, the octopus thingy, the boss. Now, nobody is farming that because it is really hard to farm it unless you are pro or you know what to do. But I would say the majority is not farming that floor. It is really hard to farm, and you're farming, I believe it is Gao you're farming. I believe you're farming Gao on that boss, but who cares, right? Why not just skip that? Do not really bother with it because it's really annoying. Basically, if you have fought last number, it's basically the same as last number on floor 50, but more annoying. Definitely not recommending farming that boss. So the only thing you have used with these skills is from events. Let's say there's an event that is weak to slash and wind, then this skill is gonna shine the most. Or GOG. Maybe you need this skill for breaking, or you need this skill to deal damage. It can be good if the boss is reducing defense. So this skill is still really good. The only issue is that when it comes to content, when you can use it, it is hard to use it. Resurrecting / Yuuki. Now, this pass skill is really good. It's power rise, gives you a flat 800 attack and mastery break, also increasing holy damage, and also has Sword Goddess 1 effect that gives you dependent on skill you have. So if you equip one Elizabeth skill, you gain 25% attack. If you equip Sinon, you will get max HP 10%. Silica gives you skill power 200%, and when you equip one Asuna skill, you get 30 cruel damage. And if you have Leafa, you will recover max of 1% HP per 3 seconds, which is not bad. This skill here is still really good, really useful, really good any holy build, as long as you can use the Sword Goddess 1 effect. The only important I would say is having a random Lisbeth skill. That is most important thing. 25% attack is a lot. Most power rise offer you only 20 or less. So it is really good. If you're building a max HP build, Sinon can be good equipped. And if you're building Rapier, where you want more crit damage, Asuna is good to have here. Silica, you don't really need the skill power, 200%, even though it's good. But that depends if your switch damage is the main damage. For example, you have a mod on your switch, then having a Silica is really good. But if you have your full burst on switch, then you don't really need Silica, right? Because your full burst isn't doing the damage. Burst itself is doing damage, and when you use it normally, it doesn't really need the extra 200%. So Silica is situational, Sinon is situational, Asuna is situational, etc. Only Lisbeth is really important to have equipped. Yuuki power rise here is still really good for any holy build. Proud Heart Asuna. This is the full burst rapier skill, really strong. The normal effect gives you holy element damage 9% for 50 seconds and critical damage plus 10% for 50 seconds, which is not bad. The full burst, 4260 bonus attack plus 2000 against enemy with slash element, basically those that are weak to frost, and critical rate 1000%. Still really good, really strong, and it's a holy, so it can still be used in other content. For example, floor 17 chapter 2, where you're farming for Machina, it's good against Drake, really good, and you are guaranteed to crit it, very nice. GOG, if there are any boss that are weak to frost and holy, this one gonna shine all as well. KO Showdown, do have any boss that is frost and holy. For KO Showdown, we do have the Troll, the Colossus, which is level 1 on 10. You can use that if you want, or you can also use it on the Crab, level 135. That one does have frost holy when it switch element. Well, those two bosses doesn't really matter because you can also use this on KO Showdown, level 155 Centaur. I did make a skill review on it, you can check it out. I did beat that boss with using this skill and beat my time, so you can use that, but it depends on your set as well. So it's still really useful, really strong, and I think it's really good for future as well. So it's still really good as long as you can activate it. Next one, Heavily Dancing Light Sinon, the burst skill, really good holy burst skill for bow. It does 2030% damage single target. Has the holy element enhanced 4 that gives you 9% holy damage for 50 seconds and damage done to enemy weak to frost 50 seconds for 20 seconds, which is not bad. And for burst effect, the lower your own HP, attack increased by 200%, really good, and critical rate plus 300 against enemy that is on break. The second bonus might be hard. You need to have the boss broken. If you don't, then you won't be able to crit, which is hard. For example, if you're farming floor 17, it will be hard to break it unless you have skill that has high break value, which probably not that many are gonna have. So the first bonus is the only one that you are just worrying about. The skill itself is really good. Now, it's not full burst, so you can only use it once. But if you have full burst bow, you can combine it with this one, and when you're farming floor 17, it can be really good. I did also do a skill review on this one, and I do believe this is still really good when it comes to frost holy content. If you don't have regular courage, it's still fine, you can still use it, but if you do have regular courage, any of the skills, combine it with this one, it will deal a lot of damage. Till this day, after 6 months, it is still really good for the content, floor 17, and same as KO Showdown, you can use that if you want to. For GOG, when they're gonna release a Frost Holy boss, these two here are gonna also shine also, unless you have Mother of Saria, Rapier Full Burst, you can use that if you want, but I still think these two are still really good. And then we have Leafa, Breath of the Abundance Leafa, with the Axial Sword skill / wind. Good support if you want to buff wind, but when it comes to /wind content, there aren't that many. Like I said, same for the Silica. You will mostly probably only see this Leafa in GOG or events, something like that. So yeah, that was my opinion on the skills. They are really good, really strong. Now the question is this banner still worth it? Well, first off, I'll say skip for now. Any new players and reloads, it depends what you really want. If you want to main rapier, bow, or any of these weapon here, mace, go ahead, you can do that. I still think it's really worth it for future proof. For those that main sword, you can pretty much skip. Rerollers, if you want, I can say you can reroll for the power rise only. But if you manage to get also the Asuna or Leafa, it's still really good to get those, even though you won't be dealing a lot of damage. Getting this and use equipping Lisbeth is still really good. You don't really need to have the Sinon, Asuna, those. You only need the Lisbeth. That is the most important thing. So if you're rerolling and getting this Yuuki, you're good to go. If you don't really want to reroll for Mod Sword or Mod Full Burst, getting Power Rise is still really good, still fine. Getting the free flat attack and also the attack when you equip Lisbeth. So that is the really important thing. And you can use it in any set. You don't really care about the shine conversion. But in late game, when you focus on different element, this one gonna be used above, so it's really good still. Other than that, I would say for now, this banner will be stay long, at least 2 weeks. But if it's just 1 week, then I don't think it's worth it. But if it is still at least staying for 2 weeks, my recommendation, I would say wait till we have more information about the squad jumble banner and the 7th anniversary, because then we can decide which banner is more worth it. This skill in the 6 Goddesses Descend, they are not limited, you still can get them, but this banner will bring you a higher chance to get these skills if you have unlimited of Arcane Gems or a high amount. But I will still recommend wait for a bit, wait till they release the squad jumble banner and the 7th anniversary. There will be live stream about that as well. So wait for that, and then we can decide which banner is worth it at the moment. But if you're in a hurry, want to pull, go ahead. Any new players that still wondering what banner is still good, just use your free pulls, that's all. Wait till they have released the squad jumble banner and the 7th anniversary. So keep saving your Arcane Gems and wait till they have released more banners just to see which banner is more worth it. In the end, it's up to you, but this is just my recommendation for now. But that's me, thank you guys for watching, see you guys next time, take care now, and bye bye.